Hey, welcome back to the series that I've been doing on Red's Taylor's version. I've been going track by track to see if I can find a deeper meaning within each of the songs. Today we're on track 4, which is titled I Knew You Were Trouble. This is definitely a song that I've heard before. It was a massive hit of its time, so I definitely have heard it. But one thing I thought that could make this video a little bit different is I actually haven't seen the music video to this song, and I also checked, and apparently if a Taylor's version has come out since a music video, she will overlap the audio to be the Taylor's version. So this should be the Taylor's version audio, but being able to watch the 2012's music video. So let's just get started. Before this even really starts, I want to say that it has been so long since I've seen a movie or even a music video that is using these aspect ratio. Like, it's definitely trying to be cinematic, I think. So I'm interested to see if it's going to have like a storyline, because that's what the frame ratio is telling me. I keep talking, but this looks like Fyre Fest. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, it looks like the remnants of Fyre Fest. And also, I didn't know that she ever had pink hair, so maybe it's a wig, but it looks like her hair, so I don't know.
I think when it's all over, it just comes back in flashes, you know? It's like a kaleidoscope of memories. It just all comes back. But he never does. I think part of me knew the second I saw him that this would happen.
It's like she knew he was trouble. Given this context so far, I do think we might be finally getting to the actual breakup of the relationship that's been talked about in the last 3 tracks. It seems like we've been leading up to this toxic relationship or this on again and off again thing, and it seems like she's acknowledging that she knew this person was trouble and he never comes back. I think we're maybe finally getting to that point where this is the breakup portion of this relationship. So that's kind of cool.
It's not really anything he said or anything he did. It was the feeling that came along with it. And crazy thing is, I don't know if I'm ever gonna feel that way again. But I don't know if I should. I knew his world moved too fast.
Did she just poke a light bulb for no reason? Or was that to feel something?
And burn too bright. But I just thought, how can the devil be pulling you towards someone who looks so much like an angel when he smiles at you? Maybe he knew that when he saw me. I guess I just lost my balance. I think that the worst part of it all wasn't losing him. It was losing me.
Oh wow, that's surprisingly more deep than what I thought this was, given, like I said, I've heard this song before. But I think that's a really interesting perspective to have, because I do feel like a lot of the times when people are in toxic relationships, they start to blame themselves when it really should be the other person. And I don't know if it really applies to this situation, because people in those situations usually know when it's time to leave a relationship, but they don't sometimes. But that shouldn't necessarily be that fault, because maybe you should put the blame on the person that's actually causing harm to the other person, rather than the person that maybe feels guilty about leaving. But I know that's not a problem that will be solved overnight. It's just unfortunate that people have to start blaming themselves for having to put themselves in a better situation when someone else should not have put you in that situation.
Once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, I was in your sights. You got me alone. You found me. never been. Till you put me down, oh, I knew you were trouble when you walked in. So shame on me now, blew me to places I've never been. Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground. Trouble.
First of all, I forgot how good this song is, and it's such a product of its time. I feel like dubstep was very popular in 2012, but it's also interesting of how this song I feel like could be popular again. I mean, she did re-release it, and I'm sure it did some sort of numbers when it came out again. But I do think that also with the perspective that this is still considered a country album, this is definitely pushing the limits that my comments kind of told me about of how she was really trying a lot of different things because this is far from country music. And I think that's pretty cool for artists like her to be doing that kind of stuff because I feel like if you're successful in one thing, a lot of people would not change what they do. And I think it's really cool that she consistently takes risks with this. Also, does anyone remember the GOAT videos? It was funny at the time, it's probably not that funny anymore, but I remember that being a very big thing.
He'll never see you cry, pretends he doesn't know that he's the reason why you're drowning, you're drowning, you're drowning. Now I heard you moved on from whispers on the street. A new notch in your belt is all I'll ever be. And now I see, now I see, now.
I didn't realize that the song actually said a new notch in your belt is all I'll ever be. Maybe I wasn't paying attention a lot to the lyrics at the time, but the song is actually surprisingly deeper lyrically than I thought it was. Like I said, I've heard it before. It's a good song, but I never really thought about it. And I'm like, wow, she's really she's really kind of pouring out her soul saying this relationship was really bad for her. And you kind of just ignore it because you're just listening to a dubstep song.
Now I see, he was long gone when he met me, and I realized the joke is on me. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. So shame on me now, blew me to places I've never been. Till you put me down.
Another thing I think that is cool about watching the video is I'm not sure how closely the video is to actual life for her, but given this context, I don't think I ever would have thought about it without seeing the visual. But I wonder if this song is also trying to say that it's an interesting point to say that maybe she thought she could fix this person, that she did know they were trouble and maybe she was ignoring that, but maybe she also thought that she could fix this person. Because one of the lyrics just said that he's long gone, and that kind of makes me think that they're past the point of maybe being able to work or fix whatever problems they have going on. And then she kind of feels dumb that she played herself in a sense for allowing herself to actually think that she could change that about a person, because I feel like most people will agree that bad people typically don't ever become good. I do believe that people can change, but more than likely they don't.
Trouble when you walked in. So shame on me now, blew me to places I've never been. Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground. Trouble. And the saddest fear comes creeping in, that you never loved me or her or anyone or anything. Yeah. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. So shame on me now.
Going along with my theory, I wonder if that was the thing that Taylor Swift or the narrator couldn't fix about the person, because you're saying that this person never loved you or anyone else, because maybe at the time she maybe thought that his previous relationships didn't work out because they just weren't the right person. It's not that he's incapable of love, it's more that, just wasn't the right person. But now that she's in this situation, she kind of realizes that maybe you do have a problem. right, so that was the end of I Knew You Were Trouble. I could definitely see how this was one of the most popular songs from the album. I don't know if it's the best reflection on the type of music that's on the album, but I definitely can see how this was easily marketed for success given the tracks that I've heard. This is definitely like a radio hit song, and props to her because I really enjoyed that song even 10 years later. I really don't think I heard any difference between the versions, but I will try to play the old version real quick just to see if I hear anything.
Shame on me that I put me to places I've never been. Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground.
Okay, I'm stupid, I'm sorry. But the beginning of that video did have an excerpt of the original version, and I truly don't hear a difference between the versions. So since that was the goal of Red Taylor's version, I would definitely say this is probably one of her best re-recordings to me so far. But yeah, just thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any thoughts. Look forward to the next video. I know it's going to be a kind of interesting one. It is All Too Well. Before I do that, I wanted to let you guys know that I do know there is a 10-minute version that is track 30, and there's a short film for it. I plan on watching the short film and listening to the 10-minute version in the same video. So I think for the next video that you see from me, I will listen to the bite-sized version of the song, track 5. But I think I will also try to give my predictions of what I think the 10-minute will do, just to keep it a little bit different and for you guys to be excited, I guess, about the 10-minute version. But yeah, thanks for watching.